भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya. Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram 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 Rama Rama Ram Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Ram 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 Shri Yogi Ram Surat Kumar ki Jai. Sarvam Yogi Ram Surat Kumara Paramastu. With our deep, deep gratitude for this great fortune of singing His powerful name, the powerful presence of our Bhagavan, who is just moving about, blessing people heartily. This can be no small grace. And in celebration of this grace, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And we shall now see another aspect, a very important aspect of sadhana, especially for people in the path of bhakti, and that is faith. Whenever Bhagavan used this word emphatically, he would say F-A-I-T-H. And he would add that faith is greater than God. Why? Even God could turn an indifferent eye or ear to the pleadings of a bhakta. But if there is faith, he is bound to come, to rush to help. Faith is so powerful. Bhagavan often said, where there is faith, there is no fate. Otherwise, it's fate all through. No matter what people say, you can be sure that this is the only truth. Everything is preordained. Everything is predetermined. Every moment of your life, it's already a finished movie that is running on the screen. There is no way you can stop it. Only the director could do it. And he may do it or may not do it. But then we could still appeal to the director to change a certain scene or a certain dialogue. Now that's what happens in life too. This faith, with faith, whatever we seek is bound to happen. And without faith, it's very difficult for anything to happen. When you get into the bus or a car, you trust the driver that he would take you to the destination. You board a plane, you trust the pilot. You go and buy any object from a shop, you trust the salesman talk of the shop owner. Everywhere it is trust and faith. So why wouldn't we trust God? The wisdom of God in running our lives. Anyway, as I was contemplating, I came across an email and I thought it was a prayer request. But then as I read it, I found it very delightful because the writer, Shanti Murthy, is all devotion and gratitude, and with tears she has written it, and with great excitement. The incident itself is very simple, but the meaning behind it is profound. Always, simplicity and profundity go together. She says that last time she had come to the ashram, she prayed to Bhagavan, she met me also and expressed her prayer, and she said her daughter was going to be married soon to an American. They all live in the US. And then she was telling me that she wanted the presence of Bhagavan. I said I would pray, and then she went and prayed to Bhagavan herself, that Bhagavan, you should be there on the wedding day. We should be able to feel your presence. Please come, please come. And then as soon as she prayed, she felt that Bhagavan would definitely come. She carried this faith with her, the certainty of the effect of her prayer. She even bought 2 biscuit packets. It's called Mom's Magic. That's what she says. She took it from India. She told herself, if Bhagavan would definitely come to attend a wedding, then I would offer these biscuit packets to him. This is Mom's Magic. She was very delighted with her own faith and prayer and the certainty that he would answer it. So the day, it was the 27th evening, and she was thinking, okay, Bhagavan would come tomorrow also for the wedding, and then I would feed him with this. And then she was thinking, what if there will be so many people attending it, but what if Bhagavan wouldn't come? What's the use? I have to feed Bhagavan with this. And then she opened her phone to listen to that day's satsang from the ashram. She says that I was narrating the story of a lady who came to visit Bhagavan. And she offered a biscuit packet. Just imagine, she offered a biscuit packet to Bhagavan. Bhagavan was seated there in the temple with so many people around. And of course, Bhagavan, she was offering it with love, great love. And Bhagavan took it. He opened it, took 2 biscuits, the number 2, 2 biscuits from the packet, and put it into his coconut shell. And then she offered more. He said, wait, do you think that this beggar is eating only through this mouth? There are so many people here. You please distribute it to them. I am eating through these mouths. You distribute it to them. As soon as Shanti Murti heard this description, she almost froze in her seat. Because she was thinking all the time that those people, so many people would come and attend the wedding. What if Bhagavan wouldn't come? And here, Bhagavan was saying that he was not only eating through his mouth, he was eating through every mouth around. And that biscuit should be distributed to all. It is a very ordinary, simple incident, but it carried a profound truth. She was stunned. It took some time for her to get through that. And then she was very happy. Okay, she had learned her lesson. And very cheerfully, the next morning they all. And that evening, the same evening, the 27th, 28th was the wedding day, the 27th, they went to the place to see She went there with her daughter, Preeti, who was to be married in the same place the next day. After they got down, saw around, daughter wanted to take a photograph. She looked around and there was an old man standing there, an old American standing there, watching these people intently. Preeti suddenly went to him and requested, "Would you please take the photo?" He smiled and he took the photo for them. And then Preeti announced to him, "See, this place, we will come tomorrow. This is where I'm getting married tomorrow." That old man smiled and they all left. The next day morning, when they all went there for the wedding, the old man was there, standing apart from the crowds, just standing there and watching. But they just went inside because he was a stranger. They all went inside, the wedding took place, and then they all came out. After the ceremony was over, when they came out, this old man was still standing there. He had a box in his hand. Now, Preeti was so happy to see him. And when she rushed, he came to her with a beautiful smile and presented that box to her. He didn't speak a word. It was his smile that spoke. Preeti took the box with such great joy. And then the man left. When she opened it, there were 3 beautiful photographs of nature, very picturesque scenes. She was so happy that she got this gift, and somehow it seemed to her that it was very, very precious. And then Shanti Murthy realized, when they were on their way back to their home, that Bhagwan did come, because she said it is very, very strange, very unusual for any American to come and present himself at a wedding like that and wait and to give a present. Extraordinary. And suddenly it struck her that it could be Bhagwan himself. Why didn't she realize it? All the same, she was happy that both her prayers were answered. She wanted Bhagwan to come in person, and she also learnt the truth the previous day evening that everybody, that Bhagwan was Bhagwan. He is all. He is in all, and all are in him. And he eats through every mouth. So she says in that letter, "Ma, I cannot express the boundless joy that I experienced. How beautiful our Bhagwan is. How beautifully he responds to our innocent prayers. I have no words, because words are so inadequate and they don't express well at all." So you see, it's a simple thing. The whole thing is, you can describe the whole event in 3 lines. But then for the devotee who experiences this, it is tremendous, and it carries a beautiful, profound truth that Bhagwan is everywhere in everyone. There is a description of the Vishwarupa in Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna has thousands of heads, thousands of hands, thousands of eyes, thousands of feet. What does it mean? The Vishwarupa is going on all the time. All the hands of the people in this world are his hands. He sees through all the eyes of all the people and all the animals, all the creatures. The feet, again, all our feet are his feet. This is true Vishwarupa, meaning he is present in all the creatures of the cosmos. Bhagavan says, my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. So it is he who has become all. And it is he who is activating all, putting on the costumes of all the creatures at a time and playing all those infinite roles at a time. This is Vishwarupa. This Vishwarupa darshan is going on all the time. If we have those special eyes of understanding, we would continuously see this Vishwarupa of Bhagavan. That he is everywhere, in every creature. He is the ant, that little creature who goes in search of its food. With a little knowledge, the ant knows exactly where its food is. You and I may forget it, where we left a sweet, but then ant, without knowing, instinctively it reaches out. He is the intelligence of all the creatures. He is the costume, the body costume of all the creatures. So this Vishwarupa goes on. Vishwarupa darshan goes on all the time. If only we have the eyes and the right understanding of this. Faith. When Bhagavan says, it's no use worshipping him with folded hands, offering flowers every day. We have to understand what he says, that my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. Which means whatever you see is Father. Whatever you hear is Father. It's he in all and all in him. He in all and all in him. My Father in all and all in my Father. This is often repeated by Bhagavan. So let's remember this with faith that whatever Bhagavan said must be the only truth. Everything else is Maya. And as we go on with this faith, as we go on practicing this idea that everything is he, everything is his. If you see it as an object, it is his. If you see it as a subject, it is he himself. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, we beg you again and again, a million times, in our ignorance, we think that it's only when we beg that you would answer. But then, in this world show, in this drama from eternity to eternity, you have put this ignorance of division, and this is a Leela. And we are playing our part in the Leela by begging you with the hope and faith that what we beg for in your powerful presence would surely be answered sometime or the other. And we beg you million times for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to the world in all aspects of life. But there is so much violence today and growing enmity between people and countries and countries. What to say, there's already a war going on. And the attack of new diseases and the violence of nature in the form of forest fire and floods, flash floods, earthquake and whatnot. Bhagwan, please bring in peace, harmony where there is disharmony, order where there is chaos, and friendship and understanding and mutual help where there is growing enmity. And of course the control of diseases and the violence of nature. We beg you to uproot all the negativities of the human mind which are responsible for today's world as it is. We also beg you to reach out to all those people who have been stranded in varied parts of the world for some reason or the other, caught in the cruel grip of suffering, agony, for some reason or the other, as I said, not knowing what to do, how to get help and protection. They may belong to different countries, they may speak different languages, they may belong to different religions. We beg you to reach out to them, help and protect and do the needful. We also beg you to help and protect all those unselfish people who have been slogging, working very hard for the sake of the others, from unhealthy criticisms and blocks and aspersion. We beg you again for the promotion of economy of the country and a healthy growth in all the fields of activity to their heights, so that India would once again be the Vishwaguru, leading all other countries in the path of dharma, the dharmic culture. We also beg you to bless us for ceaseless chanting of your powerful name. And Bhagavan, please bless us so that we remember all the time your teachings and leelas and assimilate them so that they would come out in the form of natural activities. And we beg you again to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands, because all of us, all the creatures, are your creation. And we are all only instruments being activated by you at your will. And yet, we don't want to be the Rakshasas, the demons. Please bless us to be sattvic and run our everyday life as an offering to you. And again, we don't want to be caught by the temptations of Maya, but then that is possible only by your blessing. And Bhagavan, we seek that ultimate bliss and peace, the ultimate state of being, but then we need to be purified. We take refuge in your powerful Nama and continuous, joyful chanting of it. Not get bored easily. And joyful service without any unhealthy competitions or jealousy, and that in the spirit of surrender to you. And above all, the practice of acceptance of whatever life brings to us as a definite blessing, a blessing in disguise, because a sorrow comes to us in order to push us towards God. If there is no sorrow, if there is no negative happening in the world, we would never turn to God. So it comes in everybody's life to give us a push towards God. It's meant for our spiritual growth and closer kinship with God. As it happens, we get more and more purified, and then we should be able to detect that living, vibrant presence of yours everywhere and everything. Father in all in Father. Father alone exists. Please bless us and enable us to see your sankalpa, your will behind all the happenings of the world. And more importantly, to detect that hidden grace even in the most devastating adversities of life. When the bad time begins to play up, some past bad karma begins to play up, everybody knows it happens in everybody's life. Things begin to go wrong one after the other. Even the most innocent remarks are misunderstood. And then what happens? We begin to lament, put the blame on others for our own failures. We resent that God has let us down, and we try to move away. But then God, out of His generosity and love, would not allow us to move. And what's more, He would change all our difficulties into great blessings. This is Bhagavan's promise to us. Bhagavan, please bless us to be grateful to you, even for the adversities of life. And we beg you, for the sake of all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of being they are, in whatever state of misery they are, to be lifted to a higher plane, and eventually we who have been seeking only solutions to our everyday problem all the time, seek dissolution. Dissolution of what? Dissolution of our ego, the I and mine that rule our lives all the time. The utter selfishness. So that we would be free from the vicious cycle of births and deaths. And be blessed with that eternal living, immortal life. Eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme entity. Often Bhagavan would bless people, long live so-and-so. He would say, long live Devaki. In the beginning, I used to think he was adding years to my life. And then this feeling would come, why? I don't want it. And then one day he said, Devaki, don't stop it. When this beggar says, long live Devaki, it means eternal living for her. It means immortal life. So Bhagavan is blessing all of us with that eternal living, that immortal life. All that we have to do is be alert to see Him everywhere, and to know that this blessing is there always for us. Jai Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar.